Hola. কি হ্যাঁ চলো বুঝতে পেরেছি কবে আজকে লাস্ট কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি ওই সায়নী বলে একটা মেয়ে আছে কি ওকে যেতে বলছিল কালকে হ্যাঁ চলো আমি স্ট্রিম করার চেষ্টা করছি স্ট্রিমিং করা যায় কিনা দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ কবে আমি এখন তো ভিউয়ার নেই রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি ওই সায়নী বলে দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে কি ওকে যেতে বলছিল কালকে হ্যাঁ চলো আমি স্ট্রিম করার চেষ্টা করছি স্ট্রিমিং করা যায় কিনা দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ কবে আমি এখন তো ভিউয়ার নেই রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি ওই সায়নী বলে দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে কি ওকে যেতে বলছিল হ্যাঁ চলো আমি স্ট্রিম করার চেষ্টা করছি স্ট্রিমিং করা যায় কিনা দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ কবে আমি এখন তো ভিউয়ার নেই রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি ওই সায়নী বলে দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে কি ওকে যেতে বলছিল
হ্যালো, তুই এখন কি বাইরে কাজে?
চলো আমি স্ট্রিম করার চেষ্টা করছি স্ট্রিমিং করা যায় কিনা
হ্যালো,
দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ
পরিচয় বলছি।
কবে আমি
তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস?
রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি
না,
দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে
লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম স্ট্রিমিং করছিলাম। হ্যালো, ঠিক আছে, বাইরে কাজে।
চলো
এটা অডিও ক্যাপচার হয়েই যাচ্ছে। হ্যালো,
দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ
পরিচয় বলছি।
কবে আমি
তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস?
রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি
না,
দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে
লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম স্ট্রিমিং করছিলাম। হ্যালো, ঠিক আছে, বাইরে কাজে।
চলো
এটা অডিও ক্যাপচার হয়েই যাচ্ছে। হ্যালো,
দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ
পরিচয় বলছি।
কবে আমি
তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস?
রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি
না,
দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে
লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম স্ট্রিমিং করছিলাম। হ্যালো, ঠিক আছে, বাইরে কাজে।
চলো
এটা অডিও ক্যাপচার হয়েই যাচ্ছে। হ্যালো,
দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ
পরিচয় বলছি।
কবে আমি
তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস?
রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি
না,
দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে
লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম স্ট্রিমিং করছিলাম। হ্যালো, ঠিক আছে, বাইরে কাজে।
চলো
এটা অডিও ক্যাপচার হয়েই যাচ্ছে। হ্যালো,
দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ
পরিচয় বলছি।
কবে আমি
তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস?
রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি
না,
দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে
লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম স্ট্রিমিং করছিলাম। হ্যালো, ঠিক আছে, বাইরে কাজে।
চলো
এটা অডিও ক্যাপচার হয়েই যাচ্ছে। হ্যালো,
দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ
পরিচয় বলছি।
কবে আমি
তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস?
রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি
না,
দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে
লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম স্ট্রিমিং করছিলাম। হ্যালো, ঠিক আছে, বাইরে কাজে।
চলো
এটা অডিও ক্যাপচার হয়েই যাচ্ছে। হ্যালো,
দেখে আছে ইউটিউবে লাইভ
পরিচয় বলছি। পোটেনশিয়াল। তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস?
রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি
পোটেনশিয়াল।
দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে
লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম স্ট্রিমিং করছিলাম। হ্যালো, ঠিক আছে, বাইরে কাজে।
চলো
ক্যাপচার হয়েই যাচ্ছে। হ্যালো, পরিচয় বলছি। পোটেনশিয়াল। তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস?
রেগুলার করতে করতে কালকে যেতে বলছিলাম আমি
পোটেনশিয়াল।
দু ঘন্টা করলে কি আছে
লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম স্ট্রিমিং করছিলাম। হ্যালো, ঠিক আছে, বাইরে কাজে।
চলো
ক্যাপচার হয়েই যাচ্ছে। হ্যালো, পরিচয় বলছি। পোটেনশিয়াল তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস পোটেনশিয়াল লাইফে ফার্স্ট টাইম ড্রিমিং করছিলাম হ্যালো ঠিক আছে বাইরে কাজে
এই চারটি আর
মাস্টার হয়েই যাচ্ছে হ্যালো করছো বলছি পোটেনশিয়াল তুই এখন বাইরে বা কাজে বা কিছু করছিস পোটেনশিয়াল লাইফে ফার্স্ট ড্রিমিং করছিলাম হ্যালো ঠিক আছে বাইরে কাজে
এই চারটি আর
মাস্টার হয়েই যাচ্ছে হ্যালো করছো বলছি পোটেনশিয়াল শিবির হচ্ছে হ্যালো ঠিক আছে বাইরে
এই চারটি আর
পোটেনশিয়াল শিবির হচ্ছে ऑडियो इनपुट कैप्चर कर दरकार नहीं শোনা যাচ্ছে শোনা যাচ্ছে
লোক চেনে তাদের কাছে
हेलो তোমাদের কথা এত আসছে না তো ওটা ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড মিউজিক कैसे वहाँ पे
কিসের ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড মিউজিক আসছে? কিছু না, মানে কথা এত আসছে না।
I've had enough of this. Let me inside or I'll smash that smelly ass you call a face.
With barely constrained menace. Try it.
Whatever. I don't want to go in there anyway.
What are you looking at?
I've had enough of this. Let me inside or I'll smash that smelly ass you call a face.
মশারিটা কি বাজে লাগে দেখতে? আমি খুলে নেবো, টাঙাই না, খুলে ফেলে দাও। কোথা দিয়ে? হুম।
Double it.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
And without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather?
Welcome aboard, Commander. I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Ms. Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
You received a private message through Cerberus channels. I believe it's from Admiral Anderson. You can access it at your private terminal over there. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the Elusive Man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the Elusive Man, updating our status.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the Elusive Man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Mass Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Do you have everything you need?
I make do, but have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard
on sixes. Daddy needs you. Roll again! Why? The dice...
I don't believe we've been introduced. Vernon Roach.
Fuck you.
Nasty. And after we've been through so much.
Same side of the barricade then. Opposite sides of the table now.
You can change that.
You want me to sit on your lap?
Vess! Unshackle him. You will tell me everything you remember. The entire assault. And all that happened in the Solar.
And if I refuse?
I shall have to beat you. I've commanded the Special Forces for a while. You're a Witcher. You'd endure much.
You better believe it.
Worst case scenario, you'll suffer through it, go back to... They'll publicly gut...
Just like that?
No.
Downright praiseworthy. Where should I start?
It was a long day. I wish to hear the important bits.
You were at my side almost all the time after the bridge collapsed.
Almost. Tell me how you got into the monastery courtyard.
Ha! And they said we couldn't get near the walls. Half a day and the town is taken.
Report! Fighting for the castle continues, and a group of rebels have barricaded themselves inside the monastery.
What of my children?
Likely in the church as well, sire. Fen took a priest to task. Finally mumbled something about a passage neath the walls.
It would take a week to get a battering ram in here.
Axes, sire?
That will also take time. But what other course do we have? This priest. What of him? What of this passage? You've some work to do, Commander.
Yes, sire. Silas, you look to this door. Fen, come with me.
Witcher.
Your Grace.
I've a mission for you, one suited to your abilities. Vernon can be persuasive, but he's also hot-tempered, at times losing both his self-control and his subject. You must try to find this other passage on your own. Succeed, and you'll be the envy of all Vizima.
All right, I'll go.
I'm relying on you, Witcher. Where are those axes? Move your asses!
Release us, soldier, sir.
Shut it.
We're innocent. Shouldn't loiter
king will
around here
decide
with
your fate.
Restricted military area. Shouldn't loiter around here with your restricted military area.
punish those who shed fraternal blood. Maybe you could make a speech, Witcher. Rouse the troops, so to speak. The gods punish those who shed fraternal blood. With those logs!
What the hell's going on here?
Not your concern.
Leave them alone. They're innocent.
Innocent? They're with the lavalettes! Weeds that need to be ripped out with their roots so they won't grow back again. Treason spreads like the plague. No one will leave here alive. And you...
I won't stand...
So?
Kill you.
I was not after...
Let the people out and walk away.
Unblock the door! I'll report this.
Yeah, you do that. Burn anything or touch a single woman, you sons of bitches, and the king will hear of it.
destroy its hell.
You have just become the most titled Witcher in the world. And the wealthiest.
I'll remind you of that when this is all over, sire.
See, Vernon? Geralt succeeded.
Lucky he did. The priest was downright discourteous and went off to meet his gods.
I saw Scoia'tael on the river.
Where? How many? What colors did they wear?
Plough the elves. We'll tend to them later. The monastery awaits.
Scoia'tael. This puzzle is beginning to come together, Geralt. You're either telling the truth or weaving a very convincing lie. I want to hear the rest.
Things went relatively smoothly after we came out of that tower. That is, until we ran into Arian Lavalette.
In the north. Time to test that rumor.
Enough slaughter. Surrender and Foltest will treat you and your men with honor.
And what guarantee is there that he'll not cut us down to the last?
None.
Foltest defiled my mother. Now he colludes with Nilfgaard.
The king leads an army. You have but a few brave men and your honor. In a minute you may lose even those. Choose.
Hear that, men! The king sends a witcher, and we are to surrender, forgetting the very nature of honor and pride. We must choose. Shame or a witcher's sword. Is that how you would live? Will you bow your heads before Foltest?
Never!
You heard them, Witcher.
Don't be a fool. This is no game. Your men don't need to die. Surrender, and the king will show mercy.
My mother has seen enough of this king's mercy.
What'll you do? Throw yourself on my sword? Run?
He made mother a harlot, then denied her before all the realm.
True enough. But no massacre, no misguided heroism will change that. Drop your weapons.
Should anything happen to my mother, I shall find you and kill you.
Arian Lavalette laid down his sword. Well, well.
Have you spoken to him?
Briefly. Just before they took him off to the torture chamber. The hard luck of a traitor. Continue.
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle. But Foltest is not someone you refuse.
Witcher, are you up? His Majesty, King of Temeria, Pontar, Mahakam, and Sodden, Senior Protector of Bruges, summons Master Geralt to appear before him.
Tell him I'll be there shortly.
Sorry to intrude like this, milady, but the King...
We heard you.
A pleasant day to you, milady. Witcher.
Stupid war. Could have been such a beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged by your king.
They've cleared the forests, they're pillaging nearby villages, and they'll soon be murdering each other en masse. Why? Because Foltest's having a spat with the mother of his bastard twins. This is a really stupid war, Triss.
Bastards or not, the children are still royal blood. The Lavalettes are an old Temerian dynasty, and the mix is sufficient basis to vie for the crown. History has known stranger contenders.
Which doesn't change the fact that...
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined, but they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
Did you dream of the Wild Hunt again?
Mm-hmm. One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Scoia'tael unit. That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon? In the midst of civilization? Please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
The unlucky assassin? How did the autopsy go?
It was a nightmare. In the months since you killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart? Well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
Possibly. I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the cults they ride.
I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The wild hunt. They're the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something that'll help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very powerful. Some people claim they can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
We'll know in time. I'm sure of it.
All right. Time to look to the lustful king and his stupid war.
I'll join you later. I'll join you later.
Foltest said if you don't hurry, he'll rip your balls off. A beautiful day for battle. Fear not, Excellency, we're out of range of their arbalists.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer...
Finally! Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault today, and you'll be at my side.
Sire, you said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty.
They're my children.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within his rights.
Ada is dead, and I have no other children.
I see.
This conversation is over, Excellency. Black One's in...
I couldn't have handled it better myself.
Ha! I always knew you were one of us. Bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
Triss did an autopsy. It's possible he was a witcher.
A witcher? What have I ever done to the ploughing witchers? Anything more?
He had no medallion, but that doesn't mean anything.
Many in your shoes would have withheld that information. After the battle, Triss will report to... Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass! What is going on up there? The gods count at you, Very! Catch, Witcher! Aim for the rogue with the red plume. Not 6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher?
One and a half degrees.
Did we hit the bastard?
He's down.
Ha! One less traitor. Time to attack. Follow me, Witcher! You know, Witcher, I'm prepared to forgive Louisa. All she need do is to kneel before her king.
Very noble of you.
Are you mocking me? Never mind. I'm certain Louisa will realize her mistakes. Besides, children should have a mother.
I'm lost.
It's quite simple. Louisa and I had a bit of a tiff. She made demands I could not fulfill. Understand?
I think so.
Count Etcheverry and others immediately intervened, all noble, all sympathetic. They claimed the evil king...
But it's not the time for that kind of jousting, Witcher. Continue your story.
While I remember, what happened to the dragon?
It destroyed half the castle. Killed hordes of soldiers and flew off.
Where?
In the general direction of Edda.
To think it almost killed us all.
Arian Lavalette has surrendered the castle. Open up!
And the Baron lives?
Yes, he lives. I'm not spiteful. Open this gate, kneel before your king, and I shall show you mercy.
Looks like we're stuck.
Indeed, and my magic's no good here. The main force down in those boats is going to feed us to town.
Want to head back to the tent? The camp will be nice and empty now. I've had enough for today.
Tempting. Look, the King's Special Forces.
We want to see him! You doubt my words, dog! Open the gate now! Ah! Tell me, Roach.
There's fighting in the town. A section of our forces crossed the river in fishing boats and swarmed the streets, burning, raping, pillaging. The Lavalettes are making a stand near the temple.
What of the Baroness?
Alive and safely tucked away.
Unsoiled, I hope.
As you ordered, son. She's fine, and beautiful as ever. The children were not with her.
But you know where they are?
In the monastery, but we've yet to penetrate that area.
Cross, quickly!
Protect the king!
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings! Protect the king! Run for the hoarding! I'd give my leg for a heavy crossbow right now.
It's a dragon! I can't believe it!
Marigold, stop admiring it and do something!
It's not that simple!
They're at the gate!
All the down my army to send
How do you fight something like that?
You don't. You run.
Some professional you are.
We've got to get to the town. We might stand a chance.
Is it true you witches don't have dragons? This one doesn't seem to know that.
Do you want me to go over and tell him?
Back up! I'll open the gate! Quickly! I can teleport myself, but not you! Run! Go! I'll manage! Quick! I can teleport myself, but not you! Run! Quick!
Bridge! The bridge is burning! Quickly, this way!
Plowing dragon nearly reversed the course of the battle.
The fighting should have scared it off.
Forget the dragon. I need to hear how this story ends. Foltest bastards. The Solar. What happened?
We might have arrived at the same time if not for Tails.
Be specific, Witcher.
Well, the Archpriest told the truth.
His Majesty King Foltest of Temeria.
Arthur Tails, erstwhile Count of Nesvelt. I signed your sentence.
Yes, yet the Baroness saw fit to pardon me. An awkward situation, to be sure.
Anais and Boosie, where are they?
The royal children.
Don't test my patience, Tails, and I'll grant you a quick death.
Confess, Foltest, before the gods and the people. Boosie and Anais are the fruit of your loins. Bow to the gods and admit the truth.
You may not have noticed, Tails, but I just took this town.
Aided by murderers, sorcerers, and a mutant for whom nothing is holy.
This is hallowed ground. You will not raise your hand against a servant of the gods.
Where have you taken the children?
The Solar. They're in the Solar.
What is this? Blasphemy! Sorcerer's tricks!
Holy man unharmed and the noble gets slapped. A win-win situation if ever I've seen one.
Damn, I've seen assaults go awry, but the dragon topples them all.
Tops.
Tops what?
Well, tops all.
Damn nonsense! Geralt, you should know. Is it possible to tame a dragon?
Not as far as I know.
Then why is this reptile eating only mine, then?
Let's hope Marigold got out of there.
I'm sure she did.
If not, you'll need a new advisor, sire.
Shut up, Roach.
It's possible that the dragon simply...
Another word from you and the dragon will not be your main concern.
Enough! Both of you! The dragon's back! You saved my life again. Ask what you will of me, Witcher. Within reason, of course.
I need to leave, sire. I'd like Triss Marigold to come with me, if she wants.
Are you blind? She's enamored with you. You may leave, and none shall stop you. You have my word.
Who goes there?
Foltest. I've come for my children. Geralt, wait here. You might scare them.
Ah, thanks be to the gods. My prayers are answered. Go, Boosie.
That's not my father.
But it is your king, boy.